Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, let go. It's a lifestyle, let go. Yeah, ay. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it sway forever, not just right now. We gon' let it sway forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle. Got me feeling like I will live forever. No, they dying, but it still ain't no pressure. It's an art, like a ship, it's a vessel. We rising to another level. We move with purpose, life is great now. Yeah, maybe I deserve it, feel like Tank now. Put some millions in my bank now. Changing lives up every day now. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it sway forever, not just right now. We gon' let it sway forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle.
I take a trip to the islands, have a lifestyle. I spend the cash and get it back, I mean it right now. Ooh, this stuff that come with Tava lifestyle. Ooh, I fell in love with Tava lifestyle. We gon' get it, lose the weight, and then we bless up. And they been hating on us just cause we was next up. Ooh, that's my lifestyle. Oh, I'm young and living wealthy, Tava lifestyle.
Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle. We gon' let it sway forever, not just right now. We gon' let it sway forever, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Ooh, Tava lifestyle.
Ooh, it's a lifestyle. Peace and greetings to everybody. My name is Amal, coming out of Chicago, Illinois, and I have been honored, and I can't even say how much of a pleasure it is that my name came up as one to be a part of the Saturday morning training. It is a lifestyle. I am so happy. I'm so proud. I'm honored. And again, I have to say it, and I can't say it enough, of having the ability to be a part of this company and this great organization with the great work that's being done. I was able to meet Mr. Lloyd. I was able to meet Mr. Lloyd back at our 3-year anniversary. It's an honor and a pleasure. I was told from the beginning that I would love that man because he's a man's man, and he was so right. The person who told me, who's a great friend of mine and mentor, she said that you would love him, and I definitely do. He's done wonderful things. I have to thank not only him, but I have to thank Mrs. Lloyd. I have to thank all of the ladies, the Tava angels, Miss Lachelle, everybody. I can't, when you go blank, you're so happy, you kind of forget people's names here and there, but everybody knows. I am really grateful. I'm honored to be a part of this. It's something where people who look just like I do, that have health and wellness on their mind, and the opportunity to make a couple of dollars. But before I go any further into this, and we're gonna have a fun time with this training, I'm not gonna be long. I'm just gonna be strong. It's just that simple. I want to be able to have the opportunity to just give you an idea of some of the things that I do that help me on the success side, on the retail side, because I take pride in doing that. And I'll go a little further, but prior to that, I just want to throw out a couple of announcements. Don't forget about Wealth Building Wednesdays. All of the information that comes out on Wealth Building Wednesdays with one of our fearless leaders. I have to tell her, and I've said it to her when in Houston. Some people don't know I'm on the private side of law enforcement as well. And sometimes I'm considered undercover, or I'm doing surveillance, and I'll have an earpiece in my ears, really small. And I'll be listening to Wealth Building Wednesday and hearing her laugh and making jokes. I can't be on duty laughing out loud and people are looking at me. I'm supposed to be undercover. So can we bring that down a little bit? But I'm just kidding when I say that. Let's also not forget about falling in love with yourself. Falling in love with yourself again. It started a couple of weeks ago. It's doing really well. We have a number of people that are involved in it, and we just don't know. It may not be for you. You may feel as though that you have all of the love for yourself and nothing is going on, but there are a number of people that are going through some things. And in my side of it, from men, we don't have many of us have not been trained and taught on how to deal with emotions, to deal with things, and to think out first. We believe in reality. Don't get me wrong. We do that, but we were also told that masculinity means to hold it in and just don't let it out. So I'm not sitting here saying go in the corner and cry and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that we need to do a better job of allowing ourselves the ability to release that and think about and talk to others that may be able to help us, and then we can move on further. So with that, have a couple of videos I would love for you to see. And right now, we're going to bring up one of them that goes along with the falling in love with yourself again. So can you hit that video for me?
Hi, this is Kevin Tolliver. I'm tired of the feelings of self-doubt, being underappreciated and underpraised. So starting right now, this month, I'm committing to love myself again. I used to love myself, and now it's time to do it again.
Wait, did he just turn on Jordan with me? He just went Jordan on loving himself and saying he's starting all over again. And I don't blame him. That is a wonderful thing, because some of us, we hold items or issues that happened 20 years ago, and we still have it ingrained in our subconscious. So we need to get rid of that so we can live in the now and then start concerning ourselves or dealing with things that are going to happen in the future. But with that being said, I believe I have another one. I want to throw that out there so you can see. Let's go with that other.
Yo, my name is Ronald Smollett, and I'm tired of not loving. I'm tired of not loving myself enough to take the proper time for myself. So this month, I'm deciding to make a change. I'm falling in love with myself. This year, I choose me. I'm changing the way I think about myself. I'm changing the way that I speak to myself. I'm choosing to love myself mentally, spiritually, and physically. I'm making a decision to fall in love with myself again, starting now.
Starting now, make that decision. Like Michael Jackson said, make that change, make that change, make the decision. Let's do it right now. Doesn't start until you make the decision. Everything starts with a thought. From thought, it goes on. So let's get that thought in our minds. Let's make that decision and let's go. Let's go. Many of you may not know, or I'm sure many of you have heard of Adam Clayton Powell. Adam Clayton Powell was a really popular politician on the East Coast. He had a very strong voice. He was extremely pro-Black. He was known domestically as well as internationally. And we have a small little video clip of him that I really think if you pay attention to it, it's short, pay attention to what he was saying, take it internally, understand it, and then we're going to come back on the other side and we're going to briefly discuss it and then move on with the training.
A young slave boy stood one day before the greatest ruler of his day. And God said to Moses, "What's in your hand?" And Moses said, "Lord, only I've got a stick, that's all." He said, "Well, let me use what's in your hand." And God used that slave boy with a stick in his hand to divide the Red Seas, march through a wilderness, bring water out of rocks, manna from heaven, and bring his people to Freedom Land. What's in your hand? What's in your hand? George Washington Carver, who was so frail that he was traded for a broken-down horse as a slave boy. And George Washington Carver, sitting in the science laboratory at Tuskegee, told me, he said, "Dr. Powell," he said, "I just go out in the fields each morning at 5 o'clock, and I let God guide me. And I bring back these little things and work them over my laboratory." And that man did more to revolutionize the agricultural science of peanuts and of cotton and sweet potato than any other human being in the field of agricultural science. What's in your hand? Just let God use you, that's all. What's in your hand? I've got a string in my hand, that's all, and I'm flying a kite. And way up in the heavens, lightning strikes it. And I, Benjamin Franklin, discover for the first time the possibilities of electricity with a string in my hand. What's in your hand? Little hunchback sitting in a Roman jail? I haven't got anything in my hand but an old quill pen, but God says, write what I tell you to write. Paul wrote, I have run my race with patience. I've finished my course. I've kept the faith. Henceforth is laid up in me a What's in your hand, little boy? All I've got is a slingshot. And the enemies of my people are great and big and more numerous than we are. Well, little David, go down to the brook and pick out a few stones and come on back. And close your eyes if you want to, and pull back that slingshot and let it go. And David killed the biggest enemy, the leader of the giants, against his people, and his people became free, just letting God guide a stone in his hand. And a few years passed, and David is a king. And God says, what's in your hand? He said, I've got a harp in my hand. He said, well, David, play on your harp. And he played, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Leadeth me beside still waters. Yea, though I walk through the valley and the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. What's in your hand? What's in your hand? Man hanging on a cross. I've got 2 nails in my hand. Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know. If thou withdraws thyself from me, whither shall I go? And that man, with 2 nails in his hand, split history in half, BC and AD. And what's in your hand tonight, people of Cambridge?
What's in your hand? That's serious right there. That should hit you in your core. That should hit you in your very essence and the very core. And this is the beauty of the power of storytelling. Young lady who mentored me that I love dearly like a sister is actually still a mentor to this day. One day she told me, I feel like she was talking to me directly, but she was talking to many of us. And she said, the beauty of storytelling, the difference is facts tell, facts, F-A-C-T-S, they just tell you, but stories sell. People attract the stories. The video clip that we just saw is a story. He told a couple of stories. When you talk to people, tell a story. A story can get to a person's heart. A story is something that can attract. What if it even if it doesn't hit the person that you're talking to, they may know someone that they love, that it may hit them. And then it causes them to make a move. So stories sell. Telling the story, telling it with emphasis, telling it with pride, telling it with emotion. Understand, tonality is everything. Tonality is absolutely everything. And I don't want to skip ahead and go into some of the points, but if you have the ability to tell a story, for instance, I can tell you my story. Yeah, I can tell you my story. I'm a father of 3 adult sons. Father of 3 adult sons. When you get into your 50s, like I am, you have a lot of stories that you can tell. You can talk to a lot of people and they think that you have so much knowledge. But someone told me years ago that the older you get, you forget more than most people know. You forget more than most people know. So what we have to do is we have to live our lives. You know, tell that story. Be happy of your story. It's your story. Who can talk about you better than you? Who can tell your story better than you? I love the fact that I'm a father. I love the fact that I don't get me wrong, I didn't graduate college, but I went through the college experience, and I have succeeded just as much as others that did go to college. I don't fault them. It's just, this is my story. My story was not to go that route. And I see success in so many ways that it's all mental. It's all having that will, that want, and that desire to be able to succeed, to want to succeed, to succeed, and to see it right there. But you have to believe it. You have to believe it. That's why falling in love with yourself again is so important. Like we said, it may not be for everybody, but some people are going through it. That's a necessity. We need to help these people. We absolutely need to help these people. And see, I had a stint where I worked in psychiatric care. I worked in the health industry, and I saw an awful lot. And being in law enforcement, you see an awful lot. And now, even though I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 30 years, to come involved and be involved with a company with people who look just like me and the company, and they tell you that it was a company created with you in mind. Come on. Come on. This is a wonderful thing. That's why I walk around with pride when I talk about this particular company, Tava. When I go out and I do events, I love it. I absolutely love it. I talk to people. I get them to come up to my table. I'm inviting. So, you know what? Let's just go right into it. Let's go into it, because a lot of people have to understand we can give tons of information, but if you don't use it, it doesn't matter. What we're going to do today is we're going to have this fireside chat, and I'm just going to give you an idea of some of the things that I do, because I do a lot of pop-ups and events. Yep, I sure do. Black Women's Expo, numerous African Fest, and believe it or not, and don't tell anybody, I did an erotica event last weekend. They loved our products, absolutely loved the products. And trust me, for those of us that are in it to earn money as well, it works. It works. Find out, what are you here for? Why are you a part of Tava? Why are you even looking into Tava? Is it about money? Is it about health and wellness? Is it about both? What's your goals? What's your priority? Mine is I love health and wellness. And people think I'm kidding. My goal is to live to be 150 years old and then decide if I want to go to sleep. I may want to be nosy and see what my children's children are doing and say, you know what? Let me get another 10 years. I'll stay up another 10 years. But there's a process. There's a mindset. You have to eat healthier. You have to show improve. You have to do things. You have to believe. Our men, I'm sorry. I literally, and people think I'm kidding when I say this, I advertise and promote 100% to men. I don't advertise and promote to women at all. But get this, 80% of my clients are female. Let me say that again. 100% of my marketing and advertising is to men. We have so many issues. I promote directly to men. But 80% of my clients are female. There's a disconnect. Why is there a disconnect? What is it that women see in my advertising and promotions? What is it that they see in these products? What is it that they understand? Because I make a joke that a woman will go to the hospital if her nail looks different. And she'll call a doctor and wondering why she couldn't get in the day before she found out it was something wrong. A man, our arm has to be off our body down the street, and then we'll consider doing something to help ourselves. That's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. We need to do better. We need to do, and we're going to do better. And I'm going to be the conduit for many of us, in particular men, to do better. Our sisters, they want to live. They want to enjoy life. Men living until 55, 60 years old, that's not cool to me. When you got grandmama and them living until 90 and 95 and 100 and still having parties and having a good time, and we long in the grave. We got to cut this out. We got to cut this out. We have children that people are dependent on us. So men, we have to step up. So I will take on that lead, and I hope that other people will continue on. But like I said, I've been doing this for 30 plus years. So this is nothing new for me. I love being a Black man. I absolutely love it. And that's what I did when it came to my children. They should love it too, because we went into an agreement. The minute they were born, we went into a contract. They didn't know it, but I knew it. That meant I was going to tell you everything that I could on what it was to be a man in this country. I was going to teach you everything that I've learned. I'm going to show you all of the experiences that we have. that I've had and other people have. I'm going to bring you around people, friendships in all walks of life. But at 18, you got to move on. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop helping you and do anything, but men have to be treated like men, and men sharpen men. And for us to have the opportunity to raise young men into adult men, and then turn around and see the results and see how great they're doing, there's no better feeling. Absolutely no better feeling. And then you have the audacity to bring me in front of a company that has health and wellness products, and like I have to stress, that looks just like you and I can use that and say, come on, let's go, men. Let's wake up. So that's what we're going to do. So just to give you an idea, I take pride in what I do. Show faith. You have to have product knowledge. What do you look like going up talking to somebody about a health and wellness item and you don't even know what you're talking about or have any idea? You can't just go up to someone and say, hey, take this, because I do. And you hardly take it. When you're visual, men, we're visual. When you're visual and you look like you may be a little bit out of shape, or you having many health issues, and I'm not saying that I don't eat my wings on game night. I'm not saying that I don't have my turkey burgers or something like that on and go out there, but there's a way you do it, and you have to be smarter about it. I'm not one of those that's going to preach and tell you don't drink, don't take drugs, don't smoke, and don't do all of that. That's not me. I love to live by example. I love people coming up to me and saying, you 54 years old for real? Stop lying. When I can stand next to my 3 sons and they're trying to figure out which one is the father. I'm the one with gray hair. And if they're calling me dad, but it's something that didn't just start yesterday, but for those of us that have the ability to start right now, let's do it. Why not? Why would you not want to be around? So when you get in front of people, come prepared. Success is preparedness when the opportunity arises. Isn't it? Who wants to keep doing the same thing? Who wants to keep doing the same thing, not prepared, and keep wondering why nobody wants your product? Nobody trusts you. Nobody understands why you keep pushing this. And then what happens is it gets in your psyche, and then you just go away from it. The brother just said, take pride and understand what's in your hand. We have a wonderful products in our hand. We have a wonderful company in our hand. Company made 3 years old. Can you imagine? In business, you make it 3 years, you can make it 5. You make it 5 years, you can make it 10. Almost every company in the world has an up and down. That's just a given. You know, people come and go. How many times have you seen Amazon getting rid of thousands of people? These major companies that are going on. This is nothing new. There's a season for everything. But the mind doesn't go anywhere. Our health and wellness, it's right here for the taking. You're in control of your own body. You can control this experience. Take pride in it. Be honest with yourself. That's what we need to do, is be honest with yourself. Because see, you're going to force me to start talking to you all like I talk to men. Because see, when I'm in the midst of men, I talk differently than I do to the women. I have to because we have to talk. We talk to each other in a certain way. And it's not demeaning, not condemning anybody. I'm just saying, look, bro, it's time out for all of that. It's time out for all of that. You're getting larger. You're getting unhealthier. And we want to get smarter. If you know everything starts in your gut, most of the issues that we have is in our gut. Take care of your gut. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to be as professional as possible. I keep saying y'all to show you I'm country, as how country I am, even though I'm from the west side of Chicago. But still, we have to do better. We have to do better. So with that, do I do pop-ups? Yep. Do I do events? Yep, I sure do. And what I do is, and I'm going to give you some tips, and this is how I do it, and it works for me. And I'm big on taking advice. Matter of fact, one of the things that I do is some signage. My oldest son told me this. He said, Dad, when you're in these events, you don't have to have the sign off the giant banners off the floor, unless that's your thing. That's not my thing. He said, have a banner or a board on your desk, on your table. And he just said, have bullet points on there. You don't even have to have the name Tava on there. Help with high blood pressure or high blood pressure, low energy, can't work out, anything like that. Have a nice color, preferably red or something that sticks out. And a person can see you from 30 yards away and they can say, oh, I know what that person is about. Some people go to events. Obviously, they're not looking for health and wellness. They're not looking for health. They're coming to events for jewelry, for clothes, for makeup, for shoes and things like that. I'm health and wellness. People don't want to be told. They look at me and look at us differently because they're like, how dare you talk to us like that? Because we still want to stay in our lane, which we believe is going well, but you turn around and tell me you've been at the doctor and they had a whole bevy of things that was wrong with you. So come on, let's go. Let's get it. So this is what I do. If a person comes by, I've had people that'll look, they're like reading, but they don't want me to acknowledge them. And I'll break the ice for them. Are you sure you want to walk past me and not say one word? You can't even say peace to me. You can't speak to me. And they'll look at you and I say it in a joking way. And if I get that look, that's fine. I'm accustomed to it. Hell, I'm in law enforcement. I'm accustomed to it. You never take this stuff personal because it's their life. It's not yours. You're trying to help become a benefit to someone else's life. So if they're not ready at that particular time, they're not ready. That's why they say if somebody tells you no, that really means no, not right now. That may not mean no, never. I've had people that hit me up from events that I did last year. They kept the information that I gave them. And they called me or they emailed me or they text me and said, I remember you were telling me about this or that, or I gave you a sample and they didn't respond to my correspondence. Then all of a sudden they decided, it did work. That facility was wonderful. That Valet 30, I felt the energy and I felt something happening. And I only took it twice because I only gave them the 2 single use packs and my information. So nobody can tell you it doesn't work. It works. If somebody does tell you it works, okay. If somebody complains about the price points, okay, that's not your client. That's not your potential client because we have a valuable product and you want the people to understand that. I understand that. I'm willing to pay for this because my life is at hand. My thirst and my want and my will and my desire to live longer and be healthier and to be able to go work out 3, 4, 5 times a week, which I will be doing after I leave here. And Tanya can tell you when she called me last night, where was I? In the 50s doing that. And I'm not the only one. We just need more of us. So let me get back to this. When a person walks by, I engage. I'm not standing here holding my phone and then waiting for them to say something to me. No, I'm engaging with them, eye contact, with pride, with honor, with respect to the person, to get them to engage with me. And the first thing I typically say is, are you into health and wellness? And from that point on, whatever their response is, I know where to go. You know how many times I've had people tell me no, and I should be. And I said, okay, well, you're at the right table. Let's start it now. There's no better time than to start it right now. And that's when we start that conversation. And I'm going to get to something that's really important. I have people that tell me yes. And you can clearly see they are deep into it. They buff and the ladies looking good and all of this. And they, they'll tell you I'm on sea moss and I do this and I do that. And their hair just is shiny, their nails, everything beautiful skin. You can see it all. That's when you really have to talk. That's when you really have to do your work. Because see, now I need to get you to trust me. I need to get you to understand why I feel as though this product and this company is the best. It might be the best for me, but I think it'll work really well for you. We go into conversation. This is the major key that I learned. I learned this at a very young age. Listening is a skill. I'm going to say that again. Listening is a skill. One more again. Listening is a skill. When you are able to listen after you initiated a conversation with somebody, in most cases, people tell you exactly what's going on with them. You know how many times people have told me, I need to get rid of that gut. I feel so tired at times. Around 2 o'clock, I just get so tired and drained. I just don't have the right mood. I don't have the energy. I have issues with my skin. That's a lob ball. For those of us that play sports, that is a lob ball. You have all of the products right there. That's where preparedness comes in. It opens the doors for you to talk about many of the Tava products, Tava Fit products. People tell you, but you have to listen. You know how many times I've trained people who they had successes when they started using Tava, and then when they would go in front of somebody, they would initiate the conversation, and then before the person even tells them what they're looking at, they start telling them, well, I lost 800 pounds. I did this, I did that, I did that. And we're obviously not making medical claims or anything like that, but they start telling their story before the person, the client, potential distributor, whatever, has even able to say anything. So you've overwhelmed them with info. Your story. Let them tell you your story. And then the conversation can flow from there. Another thing that I don't do is I don't fill up my table. I don't have my table with all of the products that I've brought. 2 or 3 of each one. A couple of boards. That's it. Because I've always felt that when people look, they can become overwhelmed and you see so much going on a table. And at the same time, they're trying to talk to you and you're trying to get back with them. No. You have a couple of my boards. I let the boards do the talking. I let you see the visual products. You let that do the talking. And then our conversation goes from there. I'm being honest with you. I don't go all in like that. I don't go out the box like that. I don't need to show you that I have 400 bottles of Valet 30. Four of them, 5 of them is enough. I make it where I do a curve type thing to where in the middle, it has more information. On the sides, it has information. On the sides, it has the products, and the smaller products are right there in the front. They've done a great job, Tava have, of marketing and the colors. Absolutely wonderful job. So it makes life even easier for us to talk to these people when they come to your table. Because you have to remember now, when you're at an event, people are not there for health and wellness products. So when they come, you better be ready. Because I figure you could be at an event, you tell me, 4 out of 10 people will purchase something. 3 out of 10 people will purchase something. And you're going to tell me the company is going to allow us to break down and do a 5 for 25 or something like that? Come on. This is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. You have to decide, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You have to have product knowledge. And I don't want to sound like it's imperative to have product knowledge. If somebody starts telling you they want to clean out their gut and then you start telling them about sexy or something that has, no. Let's talk about the Vasia. Let's talk about the Valet. And let's talk about how we can work with helping you and being a conduit just to get you started. I know it works. It worked for me. So, with personal development, you learn that even though it's difficult, you learn that you have to continue to push. And you learn that other people have issues that may be better than yours or worse than yours or just as well as yours. But with that, you also learn to have a love and empathy for other people. You have a desire to help other people. That's why I do this. Money is secondary for me when it comes to this company. I want everybody healthy, and I want everybody to bring in that wellness into their world. And you know why? Like I said before, Somebody is dependent on you. And I feel like if I can play a role in helping someone get healthier to live longer, I've done my job. And if I've done something of good, which this company brings and talks about on a regular basis, is doing something of good, whatever comes my way, I'm deserving of it. We've heard it many a times where it said that, $1,000, $1,200, that's all some people need a month. If I told you I'm doing that on an event on one day for 5 hours, what's the problem? It's not like I'm some retail god. It's just that I love what I'm doing. I know how to talk to people. I know how to have fun with this. I know how to engage, and they feel my energy. They feel my vibration. They are willing to say, let me give this guy's product a chance because I believe in him. I trust him right now. And if they don't, I hate that, but it is what it is. So I'm going to start winding down. Like I said, I'm not going to be long. I just want to be strong. You got to look the part as well. You got to look the part. And you got to be willing to tell the people that I'm going through this process. I just started. Or, show your transportations. This is about fun. This is about fun. This is about helping people. This is about loving yourself. Even if you do love yourself again. What do you lose? Absolutely. What are you losing right here by helping somebody else? What do you lose by giving somebody a compliment? You lose absolutely nothing, but you could have made that person's day. You could have made that person's day. And I'll give you something that I was taught that has absolutely nothing to do with this, but maybe you'll understand it. If somebody comes to your mind, I was taught to pick up the phone and call them, because it could be at that very moment that they can be doing something harmful to themselves or somebody else. And you can break it right there because your energy, it's a reason that person popped up in your mind. And I've done my best to do it. And trust me, there's been a couple of times where, it was personal. It was perfect timing. And they made it very clear to me. Thank you very much. We have to get on that right energy level. We need to get that right vibration. And we need to gather as much information for other people and love for other people as we can to close these. Don't look at it as a selling. Don't look at it as you're selling anything. Because when I was in the corporate world for 17 years, and I hated the term at that time. I hated the term saying I was a salesperson. And the company, being that I was ranked, they would allow me and many of us to choose our titles. So I was a director of client sales. That's a salesperson. I was a director of client services. I made it a point because I always thought of a salesperson as a used car salesperson. And that was a negative connotation to me. I'm not a salesperson. But actually, you have buyers and you have sellers. That's what this world is made of. You have leaders and you have workers. There's nothing wrong with being a buyer. There's nothing wrong with being a worker. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a leader, but figure out who you are and get in your lane and excel at it and have pride in it. Do the best that you can. Do the absolute best that you can. Now, I didn't go as far as I typically would when it comes to the training of being in events. But I think most importantly is you have to have product knowledge. You have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be willing to tell about the company and tell your story. But most of all, you have to learn to listen. People are willing to tell you. And a lot of us are sitting here asking for help and they don't know which way to go. So that's why I love the fact that we came out with this falling in with your love with yourself again. Take advantage of this. Take absolute advantage with this. So with that, I hope I didn't take too much of your time. I love each and every one of you. Let's do much better for ourselves. If you can clean up your own kitchen, then you can start talking to other people about cleaning up theirs, being a part of helping with theirs. And people love when they get help. And people that have, like they say, it's better to have and not want or need than to not have it and need it. So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's have fun with this. Let's live our life. Let's live our life having fun. Let's live our life helping people, being humble and appreciative. I'm appreciative to Tava. I'm appreciative to Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd and to Miss Lachelle and all of the Tava angels. They are absolutely wonderful since day one. And the friendships that I've gained and the product that we are able to push is undeniably the best. So with that, your boy Thomas Amal, I'm here in Chicago, Illinois. Hit us up anytime. Hit anybody who brought you to this live training. You know, I love to talk to more of our Tava people. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. So with that, I'm going to give you the greetings of peace. And I'm going to say, let's have fun and talk to you again.
Gotta top it like you out, give life. 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 Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind. New multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire. Big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Give one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah they know us. Can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you gotta top it like you out, give life. You gotta top it like you out, give life. You gotta top it like you out, give life. You gotta top it like you out, give life. The go top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Hey, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind. New multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire. Big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Lifestyle.